Hello, wonderful people of YouTube. Welcome to the last video in my detailed elevator tutorial. If you haven't watched the previous parts, head on down into the description and click the link that will take you to the part you need. If you have watched the other two videos, let's not waste any more time and hop right into the tutorial. Well, we're going to start on the third floor now, and the first thing we're going to do is, again, get rid of this circuit. I know I made everyone build it, and now we're just getting rid of it on every floor, but it was to illustrate a point that we needed a separate output for all of the first floor. Now that we're here, we're going to put our 2 blocks here so that it's just one over, and that will be important in a little bit. We'll have this block here, which is attached to the torch. Then we'll go here. We'll come 2 more this way. This will be important for plugging other things into this circuit. But for now, we'll just continue on with this. Okay, can't have a button there anymore. We'll have this like this. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into a repeater here. And this will come right around into the side of this block with the button on it. That's why the button goes on top. We'll have a repeater on 4 ticks, and we should connect all of this up. So if we're going 3 to 1, say the elevator's here, we know just those double extenders need to activate to move it down. We push that, and the double extenders activate. There we go. We've hooked that up. Now, if we want to go from the 3rd floor to the 2nd floor, we need to pull these double extenders. Then on the correct timings, we need the locks to come out here and these to come out after the elevator's already settled. All right, from here, we're going to do our favorite little circuit again. We're going to come down 4 observers. Put 1 here, and then we need a sticky piston. Oh my. There, with a redstone block there. So now when this changes, we're going to get that. We're also going to put a redstone here because that'll need to be powered from here. So now all of these buttons will remove, or not remove, but they'll toggle our double extender here. All right, we're going to connect up our 3rd to 2nd floor now, and how we're going to do that is we're going to put 2 blocks here with a block down like that, another one down. We're going to have our 3 dusts, a repeater on 4 ticks, and right here we're going to put a block and bring it all over here. So we're just going to have lines and lines of repeaters up until here, where we're going to have a block there, a block there. We're going to remove an observer and put some dust down like that. And then we're going to continue our repeaters out. This is going to do the 2nd block. And we're just going to keep going with our repeaters until we get to, this is eventually what we want to connect it up to. So out of this block, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 more repeaters. And then a block there, which we're going to come out from. And we're going to go 2 more into this block, which now lines up here. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, remove that and put a dust down. Make sure our redstone block is where it should be. Push the button. So now we have everything out like this, and we can test it. We now have the elevator here locked in on the 3rd floor, sitting comfortably, and we're going to want it to go down to the 2nd floor because that's what we've just hooked up. So we're going to try this out. It leaves, and let's see, the locks come in, and those come in on top. Beautiful. That's what we like to see. Now here's a good way to get your elevator to whatever floor you want. If we want it all the way up to floor, all the way up to floor 4, we just push the button down there. But we can manually extend these double extenders. And from the bottom, this will now just go straight up to 3.
That's what we like to see, right? Boom. Stops right there. Okay, so now we need to do our 3 to 4. Our 3rd to 4th is going to be fairly similar, where we're going to have our repeater into that block. Down here, we're going to connect these up, so this is now connecting those observers. And from here, we want to go 2 blocks up, so we go over that with our redstone dust. And we want to come back down to this position, so we'll just go like that. Hold on. That doesn't look so good. My mistake, we don't actually have this block here. We'll have this overreaching arm, and from down here, we will take a repeater with no ticks out, and we'll come right on over to here. We'll put a repeater into a dust, and then around here, we will have another repeater with no ticks there. We'll connect this all up like that. So now this is powering this, but this cannot power that. If you kind of understand what I'm getting at. Then we'll put a dust here, and this is where we have to start timing our repeaters. So it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. 1 second. Okay, I've just checked and confirmed there is 3 there, and then we'll come out like this. We'll do another 1, 2, 3 into a block, and this one's actually going to come over, and right here is going to be another observer tower. Okay, here we are. This is our double extender here for the 3rd floor, and we're going to go... This is the corner of the elevator shaft. We're going to come down 2 and put some blocks here. With the this isn't a minecart. With the flying machine elevator here, you can see it's basically just in line with the sticky pistons there. And we'll put our repeaters on 4 ticks, connect them up with dust. We'll have a dust here and a quick little monostable like that with a repeater on 2 ticks. And then over here, we'll have our sticky piston with redstone, just like most of the things in this elevator, which will have an observer looking into it like that. And then an observer tower down from here. So I believe this was labeled as the lava circuit on my downloadable world. But we can call this the 3rd floor up circuit, because that's what it does, is it makes the flying machine go up. We can connect this up with our redstone now. This should hopefully be sending it up if we select the 4th floor. So this is the 4th floor here to the right. And I press the button. So we can see that the locks come in, those pull, the flying machine goes down, and these never activated. Oh yeah, that's because I need blocks here. Okay. So make sure you put in the blocks that will be powered by the redstone. So there we go. Now this is all hooked up. We're on the 3rd floor how it should be. And I press the button up to the 4th floor. There we go. We now have the 4th floor and the 3rd floor done. On to the 2nd floor. All right, here we are working on the 2nd floor, and as usual, let's get rid of that thing. Yeah, we've officially gotten rid of all of the 1st floor redstone inputs like that. Anyways, let's head on over, and just here we're going to make our little blocks like that. So there's 3 dust and down 1. This will now be powered by that torch if it turns off. From here, we're going to come over 3 more blocks like that. So we're over here. We're gonna come over like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and on 5, we're gonna put a repeater. We'll go up from the repeater, 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, into a repeater like this, into a block which should power this. As always, test your machine if we're on floor 2 and we want to go to 1. Wonderful. Now we'll go second to third. We'll need to put in another up circuit down here. So just make sure you put the blocks in that you need. We'll put a block here to stop that from transferring power. And just like the other one, we'll connect it up with a monostable circuit. This one on 4 ticks with a little dust step here. From here, we'll put a sticky piston there like that with a redstone block on it like usual, with observers coming this way. This way. Okay. And now these will all be looking up. And we'll need to connect this in somewhere. So we need these observers sticking 1 block above this. And we'll start connecting this up with a repeater on 4 ticks there, a dust there, and a dust there. This is now the target we're reaching for. We'll come underneath here, just like we have done with all the other floors here, and connect these up. From here, we're going to put a block right there, and that is the block we want our repeater going into. Connect that up with dust, and from here, we'll take this out all the way over to this observer elevator thing. We'll put that there, the dust there with a repeater here. No ticks on that one. Bring them all over. And this one here is going to be on 4 ticks with a block like that. We're going to take 2 more repeaters out, both on 4 ticks. And we're going to want to cover this up so it does not get, you know, don't want that. Like that, that's what you want. From here, we'll go down this way, 1 block over, and down another one here. From here, we'll go down like that to put a repeater on 4 ticks and a block up. That is so this powers this block, which will power the lower one and the upper one at the same time. That's what we like to see. So we'll put another repeater here, and it should connect up right to that. So now both 3 and 4 will do the this one, the up circuit, and it's going to pull these at the same time. Now, since floor 4 only needs to move up, and this has connected it to the move up circuit, and 3 needs to push the 3rd floor double extender, all we need to do is connect this up to this, and that's it. So we'll put a repeater here, and we'll just make our classic little staircase up like this. So that's about it. Our 2nd floor should be hooked up to everything now. If we want to go from 2nd to 3rd, let's test that out. That's working. We'll go back from 3rd to 2nd. And we'll go 2nd to 4th now. Absolutely beautiful. So all we need to do is hook up the 1st floor now, which is very easy. Now here we are on the 1st floor selection. We're almost done, and this is probably the easiest part. We're gonna continue with our little thingy things here that detect when they get pushed. And underneath, we're actually going to want to put our dusts where they go, and we want repeaters facing this direction, so it goes towards the 4th. And we're just going to put a torch there, and underneath that torch, we will put a dust with another torch on it. Then underneath this torch, we'll just connect this up down there. And this should reach no problem. We can also get rid of this torch because floor 1 to floor 1 doesn't need to do anything. Just check that this works. If we select a floor and press the button, it goes. So this is working. And now a fun little thing we can do, now that the elevator is settled on floor 4 and we want to call it down, since 4 is already hooked up to 1, we should just be able to press the call button. I hear it coming now. Call button worked like a charm. So 4th floor has to do nothing except for power that redstone. 3rd floor has to power the 3rd floor extenders, and this has to power the 2nd floor top extenders. That's all we got to do now. So hooking up this 1st to 2nd floor is super simple. We just take this dust right here and we take it all the way around here. Not quite there. We don't want it to get powered from there. So we'll put a block here and a repeater here just to make sure we don't run out of redstone zone. We'll come over here. This one isn't too important where it is, just that it connects up. And then we want our observers looking down here. So when that changes, we power this. So if we hook all of this up and we select 1st to 2nd, oh my goodness, and the elevator shaft is clear, of course, push the button, looking good. For floor 3, we need to get it up here, and we're gonna have it powering this block. So we need an observer looking like that to see if anything changes here. Out to get up from our 3rd floor is we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to come across 2 like this, and our repeater should be right there. Don't worry about putting any ticks on it. Fine just the way it is. And we'll put another little staircase up here, trying to avoid being powered or powering anything else. From here, we're just gonna keep sneaking up and around. I suppose we'll go up here and put a block there to stop this from powering this block. We're gonna go 1 more dust into a repeater, and then all we gotta do is connect this up like that. We'll push the button 1 more time to reset that block.
These are the third floor to first floor observers that we forgot to hook up, so let's go ahead and do that before we finish this one off.
Once you have that, I would say you can start filling in all of this glazed terracotta. Up on the fourth floor, you can put your glazed terracotta here on top of the droppers, but down you're going to have to go one block in. Make sure you do not cover up any holes with double extenders because that will break the thing. Once we get all this terracotta in, I would recommend testing it. Alright, I have placed all of these double extenders with blocks to match the floor. We're just putting the finishing touches on. We're gonna make another flying machine here, but this time we're gonna use honey blocks. So we'll put our honey where the slime is, and we'll just make the exact same thing. Remember this redstone block on the bottom. It will desync and get lost if you don't have that. So we'll just put in our floor design now, put our last little terracotta blocks in. This should be the elevator shaft. Now from this point, I would recommend having the elevator on floor 1, hauling it to every floor.
Now that everything is hooked up and seems to be working, it's important that we do one more test to make sure everything works as one unit. Start off by making sure all double extenders are in the retracted position. That means there's no blocks sticking out in the shaft right now. Check that the elevator is also sitting on floor 1. Now we gotta call it from every floor to every floor to test it. An easy way to do this is to start from floor 1 and call it to floor 4, then 4 back to 1, 1 to 3 and back, and then 1 to 2 and back. Then 2 to 3 and back, 2 to 4 and back, get it up to 3, test it 3 to 4 and back. Now you've tested all the floors and this bad boy should be finished.
Congratulations to everyone who made it to the end of the video. If you followed the tutorial and or used the world download to build one of these elevators for yourself, go ahead, give yourself a big pat on the back. This was a pretty complicated and time-consuming redstone project, and you were able to stick it through. Good on ya. I'd like to mention one more time to test this machine as you go. If you end up with a mistake early on, it can be really difficult to find the problem if you're not familiar with the design. I even made a few mistakes along in this tutorial, and I designed the thing. If you built one for yourself, I'd love to see a picture or video of your elevator. Go ahead and send that to my email that's down in the description. Anyways, I'm Begueatti. Thank you for watching, and I'll see ya in the next one. Bye-bye!